Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the upgraded tournament, not to be confused with the Everyone is Here tournament. Yeah, there we go. Two different tournaments. There we go. But we got the new matchup for the day, and this is gonna be a good one. I'm very much looking forward to this one. Two phenomenal characters. But if you haven't seen it before, put some characters into a tournament. Each day on the channel, I upload one of the matches. How do the matches work? I will talk about the two characters. Maybe go over some facts, maybe go over a moveset pool, maybe give you my little personal opinion if anyone cares about that, but then we vote between one of the two, or both. But voting is a part of the rules, and there are a few rules that you will need to follow if you want to participate. You're more than welcome to participate. The rules are very simple. So, here's the rules. Rule number one for this tournament, you have to be one of those open-minded people that say, alright, maybe there is a chance that we get an upgraded character for DLC for Smash Bros. Again, we don't have to think that it's likely to happen, but we can at least acknowledge maybe there's a chance. So, gotta be a little open-minded for this. But, rule 2, you do only get one single vote per person. Let's just keep it fair, alright? You know, that way, yeah. We keep it fair with one vote. But, how do you vote, though? That is simple. Down in the comments, type the name of the character that you are voting for. But if you really do like both the characters in the matchup, or if you're just having a difficult time deciding who to vote for, you can vote for both by simply typing the word both. Rest of the rules, this is a double elimination tournament, meaning characters will have to lose twice overall before being eliminated. So, yeah, just once you accumulate your second loss, you are done from the tournament. Rule number 5, if there happens to be a tie once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, we flip a coin on camera. Fairest way to break a tie. And then each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. So you have 7 days to get your votes in from when the episode first gets uploaded. Those are the rules. Let's go to the matchup. Alright, so let's start with the match because, again, this whole week, tournament just started, so no results. Usually we go over the results about this time, but, again, no results. Not till Monday. Monday we get results. Cool. But the matchup today is a phenomenal one. Bandana Dee. Bandana Bros, where you guys at? Let's see you guys show up. But Bandana Dee from the Kirby series is taking on the mascot? No, I can't even say the mascot. One of the faces of the indie character scene, Shovel Knight. The assist trophy. Yeah, that guy. So he's an assist trophy. He's allowed to be in this tournament then. It's upgraded tournament. So this is awesome. So Bandana Dee, definitely the last few Smash games has been one of the more speculated first-party characters to join the roster, right? Sakurai's had history with him. I mean, Sakurai worked on the Kirby series. Sakurai knows all about the character. Again, first-party, the Kirby series being that way. Bandana Dee being just, I don't know, people want him. People want him. So he's got popularity in the Smash community, and I think that's kind of what does matter, right? Again, you can have off-the-wall picks. That's completely fine. That kind of really spices up the roster and makes it a little bit unique and a little bit different. But when it comes down to DLC, I think you might want to, as a company, you're like, all right, what would the fans want? You don't want to just go pick some random weird character that nobody's asking for and put them in the game and then wonder why it doesn't sell. So Bandana Dee, I believe, would sell. There are plenty of fans that still want to see him in the game. Just because he's a spirit, that's okay. You still want to see him playable, right? I do. I would love to see him playable. Be fantastic. Been wanting him for years, and maybe he gets his chance someday. Maybe he gets a chance in Smash Ultimate for DLC. Maybe he gets upgraded. We don't know. That's the beauty of it. But, again, we know his whole moveset would be revolved around his spear. And one of the users... one of my viewers or subscribers suggested this in past Bandana Dee videos about how his moveset could work, utilizing elemental spears, which I thought was a fantastic idea because when I always talk about moveset, it's easy to come up with just spears. You know, you could throw the spear, easy, cool for neutral special, nice little projectile. You could end up whacking somebody, like an overhead kind of slam with the spear. It could potentially be like a forward smash or just like a really big jab, forward. I guess jab forward. That could just be a forward tilt, I suppose. But then if you start to get the elemental spears involved, you got a lot more versatility. You got a lot more, I don't know, excitement to the character because they'll do more. You know, you got, well, elements to basically added effects to some spear attacks, which would make him phenomenal. His up special, somehow, if it's not a parasol, it better be his spear, and he better be spinning that like a helicopter, a spear copter, right? And he's going to be able to kind of float down a little bit. And, I mean, look, it development-wise would be easy. He's the shape of Kirby. So you use Kirby as your base model, and you work off of that. Perfect. For his neutral air, could be the exact same as Kirby. Spin around in air. Boom. You can take stuff from characters. I mean, every DLC character does that. Joker did that. Joker's up air. Samus is up air. Hero, well, not a carbon copy, but a semi-copy of Robin. Cool. Yeah, it's fine. If it helps the development cycle, I'm all for it. Banjo-Kazooie, dash attack. Same as Donkey Kong, little roll. Also his forward air, little, overhead, I guess, I don't know, punch downward, something like that. Mario has that. And then what? Terry Bogard. Similar to Ryu and Ken in certain aspects of the moves. And then Byleth. How's Byleth similar to some people? There's probably a way I'm just not thinking about. Oh, it's like Simon with the whips and stuff like that. So, DLC characters use a base model character in the roster, and they just kind of upgrade it from there. So, Bandana Dee could just use Kirby and go from there, which it saves time for development, which is always good for the development team, and better, and even, I guess we could say better for the fans, because we might get the character just a bit sooner to play with, which would be awesome. So, Bandana Dee, definitely a character I've wanted to see for a very long time. Probably going to vote for him, but we'll see. We'll see. Someday he deserves to be in. Someday he deserves to be in. Character number 4. Player number 4 from the Kirby series. Put him in. Put him in. Just give us free update. Make us pay for him. I don't care. I'll buy him. I'll buy him. Simple. But, yeah, Bandana Dee's got a lot going for him. But I think you could kind of say the same thing about Shovel Knight. Although, to be fair, I think this has died down a little bit. And going into Smash Ultimate, the teaser trailer with the Inklings, it was really cool because going back to look at speculations and, who people were thinking, a lot of people were riding the train of the first ever playable indie character in Smash Bros. Shovel Knight was at the forefront of that. Shovel Knight was so up there. Shovel Knight has his own amiibo. It's not a Smash Bros. Amiibo, but his own amiibo, which is kind of like, alright, maybe Nintendo's pretty big on this guy. Maybe they really love Yacht Club games. They love the studio, and maybe they were going to pick him. Well, we obviously know they didn't, because he ended up becoming an assist trophy, which, again, for an indie studio, to be in Smash Bros. Is so big. Such a huge point nobody talks about. I don't know why. Everyone's always bummed that their character doesn't get in. I know. I'm bummed about so many characters not being in. But I think it's more so that it's an indie studio because, again, they're so small that they don't have a ton of eyes on their character, their franchise, their stuff. They don't have a ton of... Well, I mean, some do. I mean, some of these games sell like millions of copies, so I'm not saying they ain't popular by any means, but just being in Smash Bros. And having more people go, who's that assist trophy running around? I like that design. What does he do? And then they look it up and, he's kind of like an old school platformer. This is awesome. I love that sort of, style of game. And then, hey, maybe they end up purchasing a Shovel Knight game or something like that. Maybe they purchase the Shovel Knight amiibo just because they like it for the collection, whatever it might be. It would be really cool. So again, if you talk about indie characters being playable, even though he's an assist trophy, even if we take this tournament out of the equation for a second, if you're going to talk about playable indie characters, Shovel Knight has to be in the conversation. Has to be. He's going to be in there with Shantae, Reimu, Quote. Well, obviously, Shovel Knight. Well, yeah, because I said he's going to be in there, but he just should be. Like, Steve, no. Steve from Minecraft is not an indie character. He's a Microsoft rep. Not indie, just to clear that up. But he's definitely in the conversation. So I think Nintendo kind of views him high. I mean, they did something insane, right? They brought an indie character into Smash Bros. And as an assist trophy, which at the time was pretty much viewed as like the next step below playable, which in some people that is kind of disrespectful when you still get it 3 games in a row. But again, for the indie studio, that is huge honor. Huge honor. And then, of course, he gets his own spirit as well, which is pretty cool. So, Shovel Knight's got a lot going for him. And I think he could even be considered, again, for the next Smash game. Maybe they finally do decide to crack open that can of worms and say, you know what? We got good relationships with a lot of indie studios, right? Nintendo does their Nindies. Maybe they just decide, all right, we're going to put a playable indie character in Smash Bros. Or what if they funded their own Smash Bros. Style of game with indie characters? So they like went out to... That's a different topic. That'd be kind of weird. I know that we kind of have something like that, but like go out and get a bunch of them, put them into Smash Bros. Style of game. Or just put them in Smash Bros. Whatever. It's all good. But Shovel Knight... Love the character, love the design, and the reason when Shovel Knight first came out, the reason I bought it is because he was a platformer. I grew up with, well, Mario, Sonic, and all that stuff. I love that type of game. I love that type of, well, style and all that stuff. So Shovel Knight and just a nod to old school platform. I was like, easy. So I bought that, had a blast with it. Such a cool thing. But unfortunately for Shovel Knight, Bandana Dee's getting my vote in this one. Want him more, like him a lot better, and I don't know, I just want him more. So it's as simple as that. So let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comments, Bandana Dee or Shovel Knight or both. They're all good options. That is it for this one. So sneak peek for tomorrow's matchup. We have the Hunter from Monster Hunter. Yeah, from the Monster Hunter series. Their opponent though, Octoling from the Splatoon universe, which just randomly had randomly announced a Splatfest, which I think a year ago they said they were done with it, and all of a sudden, Ketchup versus Mayo. By the way, that's back. Let's do it again. Like, okay, that's random, but that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.